start recording. All right, what's up? We're here. We're live. Who stole the damn meat from the cooking pot? All right, we're here. We are here. It's Sunday night. And, let me shout out that sister, Bianna Bello. Hit me up on Skype. Let me holler at her real quick. Hold on 1 second. Right when I get live, people hit me up. All right. All right, man, we're here. I'm here. I'm a little under the weather. I'm a little under the weather, family. Little nasal sinus pains. You know, my children, they've been sick for a few weeks. You know, the virus has been just going from kid to kid to kid. It got their mom. Now it's gotten me. I was trying to avoid it, so it got me last. So I need some help, family. Y'all give me some home tips on how to get those sinuses together. Like sinus, throat. You dig? Natural Charm gave me a little spray thing. I might have to try that again. I might do that tonight before I go to bed. But I need some more stuff. And also for the kids. What can I give the kids to get them right? Because we went to the doctor. They gave them medication, but the little medication that the kids are getting is giving them crazy damn diarrhea. So I need some game on that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man, a lot of folks in the room already. People coming on in the room. Glad to have everybody tuning in. The Walking Dead and how it's been hilarious. You know, I haven't been catching The Walking Dead. I got to catch up on it. There's a lot of shows that I haven't caught up on. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't caught up on. I haven't been watching Empire this season, man. Empire, the first episode was kind of, so I ain't really been fucking with it like that. You dig? So I got to kind of get caught up on that. Excuse me. A lot of stuff, man. We got to just step stuff up. What's to take a very high dose of vitamin D as one-time dose? Oh, damn. You say it's better when I stream on YouTube? Probably is, I know. Eat fruits and vegetables. You say Empire is good this season? I'm going to give it another try. The first episode was kind of whatever. So it kind of threw me off. So it got better. So I'm going to give it a try. I'll give it a try. Say, don't try zinc. Okay, I won't mess with zinc. Now, first of all, let me say this. Walking Dead is racist as fuck. First of all, let me thank everybody. Speaking of cinema and entertainment, I'd like to thank everybody again for making the film 1804 such a major success. And like I said, the mainstream media, they're not going to really talk about it. That's why we have to remind everybody how well the film is doing. How people are enjoying the film. People are energized because of the film. Shout out to Rod Newman. He on the only traditional media that has given the film shine. We did an interview with him, part 1. Part 2 is going to be up next week. So shout out to my brother Rock Newman. Yeah, part 2 of Rock Newman is going to be good. But 1804 is killing the game. 1804 is killing the game. And we have to reiterate that the traditional black media, and I want to emphasize on how they are deliberately being told to ignore the film. Now, the thing is, they know about the film. Let's be very clear. The quote-unquote black media, and I use quote-unquote very heavily. What's up, Ola? Everybody say what's up to my brother Ola. I need zinc is for immune strength. Okay. But all the black media, they know about 1804. They know about me because they write bullshit articles about me all the time. They troll me all the time. Oh, I'm going to get on that real quick. 357 theory. Now, y'all know right now, the white females in this country, and even a lot of white males, are in revolt, and they're having an internal spat with the white supremacist suspect male. Right now, a lot of the white supremacist suspect males are being called out for being pedophiles and molesters. They're being called out heavy. Because I've always said, white supremacy, racial injustice, and sexual injustice almost goes hand in hand. Sexual non-justice and sexual degeneracy follows up systematic white supremacy, hardcore white extremism. Because the basis of white supremacy is white genetic survival, which is based on who you have sex with, who you procreate with. And in order to maintain a system based on dominating people, because of your genetic fear of being annihilated, you have to become dominating sexually. So not only do you dominate the victims of white supremacy, you dominate people who are considered weaker within the system of white supremacy itself, meaning women and children. All right, I want y'all to follow me now. I want y'all to follow me. So notice now, have you noticed we got Donald Trump in office? These white supremacists are energized right now, and rape and pedophilia and molestation and all of this stuff is on the forefront now. It always happens like that. It always comes directly after, because once you remove morality as far as mistreating people based on race, that morality is gone. So now you have to dominate. So now you have so many people coming out, women coming out against all these people in Hollywood. You got a lot of these women who are in athletics coming out against their coaches and their doctors, talking about how they were molested. You have these white males who are adults now in Hollywood who said they were molested when they were children. I mean, the floodgates are wide open right now. All right? So the floodgates are wide open right now, because this is the thing. When it comes to codifying systematic white supremacy, there's a lot of white sacrifices out here, and there's too many people being white sacrificed. So a lot of people are like, victims of the dominant white supremacist male patriarch. They're revolting right now. Not that they want to give up white privileges or white supremacy. They just don't want that same type of treatment to hit them. You dig? So, I mean, it's not every other day, just every day. I mean, a producer or somebody's being called out for molesting somebody or raping somebody. And another thing on a side note, what's up, Butterfly? On a side note, you notice none of these people are being prosecuted. I'm going to keep reiterating that, because with Cosby, they dig up these old cases from 50, 60 damn years ago, and they're dragging Cosby in and out of court. They're fucking with Cosby's money. But these suspected white supremacist males who are being accused by A-list celebrities, nobody's talking about prosecuting these people. So now, and this is the rub, all those limitation laws that they made because of Cosby, because they've expanded the statutes of limitation because of Cosby. See, they love getting a black person and running a black person and using that black person to create laws. Now, Gloria Allred, I think up there in Vegas, because of Bill Cosby, they got the statutes of limitations expanded for rape. Now that all of these other folks are getting accused of rape and fondling and molestation, now they're like, oh, well, that was so long ago. So now we're hearing it's the so long ago excuse. Oh, no. Don't use that "it was so long ago" bullshit now. Now this shit needs to start hitting them. It needs to start hitting them. But this is the thing. Now that the white females are in revolt, because a lot of white females are on code right now. White women, they better not. There were some white women who tried to defend some of these molesters and politicians. Roy, what's his name? Roy something. He's running for U.S. Senate, and they're talking about he done molested people. And I mean, the white women are now on code. They know not to defend these people. So what happens is, whenever white daddy is out there by himself, who's going to come to white daddy's rescue? Because now there's an opening. So now guess what? It's Negro bedwench season. Roy Moore, that's his name. Thank you, Mad Dog. So now the Negro bedwenches, they see a little opportunity now to get in with white daddy. Because now the white women are in revolt against these molesters and pedophiles. So now the Negro bedwenches are like, hold on, I'll be your Olivia Pope daddy. So you got, and we predicted this. We start talking before this even happened. We said, hey, let's watch and see what those women from the Root, Ebony, the Griot, all of the Negro bedwench populated publications. Let's see when they start deflecting into black men. And right on time, they came out, the Jamila Lemieux, the Fraudinista Loans, all of them started all that whole deflecting into black men bullshit. Jamila Lemieux started talking about some damn R. Kelly and Charlie Wilson. He on tour with R. Kelly. I'm gonna cancel him. So now it's Negro bedwench season has popped up. So now they're running interference for white daddy. They're letting white daddy know that we're gonna help deflect some of this energy for you, white daddy. Fraudinista put up a tweet. Somebody was talking about all the white males who were accused of molesting people and raping. She countered with a whole list of black folks who were accused of rape and sexual misconduct. Fraudinista did that. That just shows you that mentality, that anti-black male hatred. She started talking about, well, Michael Jackson, Tupac, Nelly, R. Kelly, all these people. I mean, some of the people she was talking about was dead. That's how low you are. You dig? He said, I don't have a cold, I'm congested. Well, something's happening up here. You dig? But oh yeah, they started running interference for white daddy. They're doing the deflection game for white daddy right on time. Right on time. And you know who else is on that bullshit? That Amanda Seales chick. Used to be called Amanda Diva. She did some shit too. And let me say, she's a part of that whole Shea Butter crew with Fraudinista and Jamila. She's with that whole crew. And Amanda Seales hates me. She's always trolling me for some dumbass reason with her little goofy self. But she put up some shit on Instagram talking about, yeah, people talking about rape and all this stuff. Well, hip hop, you got a lot of people with rapey shit in the hip hop community. She started deflecting into damn hip hop. Yeah, when I went to a hip hop meeting, when I rap, I went to a record label at a hip hop label and they tried to have sex with me. So she's on that bullshit too, by the way. She's real fucking goofy. She hates me for some reason. Well, she hates me because she hangs around all those bedwenches. Yeah, she's one of those other fake fucking feminists, Amanda Seales, and I hope she's listening too. She's another fake fucking feminist, a pretend feminist, another white ass kisser. She's corny as fuck, and she's always saying some slick shit about me. So notice that whole little clique. It's always that whole little bullshit pretend black feminist clique who don't represent black women. They always try to hide their fuckery behind black women. And black women don't fuck with those chicks. Those chicks own that Negro bedwench kiss white daddy ass to get a job shit. You dig? But notice, whenever white daddy's on the hot seat, boy, they come through. Jamila was the one who got on the Breakfast Club talking about black men are the leading cause of death of black women. She got on there and told that stupid fucking lie. So that just shows the mentality. And understand, that whole clique, what's that coon ass nigga, that moist bitch made fuckboy who wrote that article, Black Men Are the White Supremacists of the Black Community? Darren, so I forgot that bitch nigga's name. But he's a part of that whole clique. All of them are all clicked up with each other. They're put out there for the sole purpose of running interference, deflecting energy from white supremacy onto everything else. Damon Young, yes, he's with that whole clique too. And what's interesting, a lot of those coons and fuckboys who hang around them, many of those dudes who hang around Jamila and Fraudinista and co-sign their fuckery, those honorary male black feminists, many of them are sexual predators. There was a dude named Korn who had something called the Bourbon Ball. They found out he was using the Bourbon Ball, whatever that is, to be on some sexual deviant shit, trying to come at women on some sexual bullshit. So they done outed him as a damn potential sexual predator. There was another dude who was down with Fraudinista and Jamila, a nigga named Yao Kamari. I think that's his name. Another fuck nigga who was on some molestation bullshit that they were co-signing. And I got a gang of receipts from that. So they hang around those sexually deviant ass niggas. You dig? And they even co-sign those sexually deviant ass niggas. But they are hired and put out there, and they know in order to get jobs, they have to run interference for White Daddy. So they're not going to let White Daddy out there to hang by himself. So they're doing their version of leave White Daddy alone. You dig? We got to understand how dangerous these fuckers are, man. Bumpy Johnson, real talk. We got to do a lot of cleaning house, bro. Yeah. Michael Harriet, I think that nigga wrote an article about me. All of those dudes, they write for The Root, Ebony, all of them. All of them. Exactly. Fraudinista wrote for Gloria Steinem's thing, and Gloria Steinem is 100% down with CIA. I mean, she's admitted this. Fraudinista was hired by Gloria Allred's publication. Gloria Allred has admitted to being CIA. Oh yeah, Amanda Seales is real fucking suspect. We watch her ass. She's real slick. You gotta watch her. Angela Davis is a lesbian now, so you gotta watch that shit. These people coming in with an agenda and they push them on us as the voice of black society. They are not. They are not the voice of black society. And we're going to have to reiterate that because, look, the election year is about to come up. You're going to see a lot. The Democrats are going to push these fucking coons and bedwenches and moist niggas. They're going to start pushing them very hard. They're going to, just like with Hillary, they were pushing all those people out there when Hillary Clinton. They were bigging up Hillary. They were pushing them out there. You dig? So we got to be very careful. And we have to take control of our narrative. We got to take control of our narrative. But that Amanda Seales, she's always saying some little slick fuck shit about me. Yeah, she's on the show Insecure. And she's one of those chicks who's kind of cute, but with zero sex appeal. She ain't sexy for shit, but thinks she's more sexier than what she is. So people put her on the hot seat because she was on some shit a few weeks ago trying to tell black folks on some reprimand black folks shit. Well, black folks need to do this. Black folks need to do that. And people are like, shut the fuck up. And they were clowning her, I think a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, but yeah, they were clowning her ass for trying to be on some reprimand black society shit. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, you mad corny, you ain't really in a position to reprimand. She ain't funny. People always say how unfunny she is. It's that comedy that people in the dominant society like. See, that's the thing. They put people like that and prop them up. That dry, unfunny ass, corny fucking humor that people in the dominant society likes. And then she becomes the black representative. You dig? Yeah, she went to an island. She's from Grenada. Her family's from Grenada, some shit like that. So she's trying to reprimand other black folks. And black folks, we know a fucking fraud when we see one. Black folks know somebody who's on some fraudulent shit. Let me say that. Black people know when somebody comes around us trying to give advice on what to do, we know if it's coming from a genuine place or if they're just kind of front. And people could see, just like Ari Spears. Ari Spears, a comedian. Ari made a very good point one time. He said, black folks, we can smell if you're real. If you're real, we can smell it on you. It's just a sense. We know when a real motherfucker come in the room, we can smell it on you. And Amanda, people know, we in black society, we know that she's on some other shit. That's why black folks don't really fuck with her like that. Her comedy is for white people. And also another thing with Tyrese, not to keep beating up on Tyrese, but when Tyrese was giving all that bullshit ass advice, we smell it like, you don't smell right, Tyrese. That's why people were kind of clowning him for all of his advice because we knew some shit was going on internally with him. You dig? And And hopefully Tyrese get it together. I'm not trying to beat up on the brother. Tyrese recently, his people said he was on some medication. He's off the medication. He was on prescribed medication. He was bugging out. Now he's better. He's off that medication. So they're trying to spin it, which is good. They should spin it. They should spin it. Cry Reese, yes. But we know when somebody's genuine and we know when somebody's on the bullshit. You dig? And black society, based on their popularity waning, the Ebonies and the Griots and the Root, black society, we pretty much know that they're on that bullshit. Right now, black folks, we're going into real information now. We're in the real information stage. This is why all of those people at the Root, Ebony, the Griot, they hate me with a passion because now I bring the real shit. When you get through watching one of my films or watching one of my episodes of my broadcast, when you get through watching me, you're going to get some real ass shit from me. So when you get some real ass information, and then you go back to Ebony or the Root and read 8 Ways to Meet a White Man, what you gonna think? That's where they are now. That's what Ebony and the Root and all that stupid ass shit is reduced to now. How to swirl with Zaddy. That fuck ass bullshit. And we out here going through all types of shit, and they up here sucking dick at these fucking publications. They're trying to teach other women how to be a goddamn bed wench. And I'm not even exaggerating with these titles. You can go look up the Root and Ebony. They got all those bed wench swirling, how to swirl, how to catch white Zaddy. Oh, they got a gang of articles on that. Madam, whatever that other publication is. These are bed wench publications, man. They've gone here. Texas lady, they've gone downhill. Black folks are cool on that. Black people are cool on that. We've been exposing them for years. Now people are seeing it for what it is. That's why they hate on people like me. And they have to run interference for white daddy. They have to shit on me or try to shit on me to impress white daddy, Madame Noir. You're right. They have to throw dirt on people who challenge white supremacy in order to please white daddy. There's a reason why none of those so-called black publications ever talk about how successful these movies are. Right now, 1804, #1 movie documentary in the world. 1804, independent film, black film, the #1 documentary in the world right now. None of those so-called black publications have said nothing about it. Not that we need to, because you can't get no higher than #1. But just want to remind you of the mindset at these places. White daddy won't let them say nothing. I'm going to keep reiterating that so you'll know what you're dealing with. So you'll know what you're dealing with. Yeah, they're all bought out. And Jamila, she was trying to low-key say some slick shit the other day because we were calling out her and Fraudinista and all of them running interference for white daddy. And Jamila was up there trying to say, Ebony ain't white-owned. I wish people stopped saying that. The hell it ain't white-owned. Let me tell you something. Ebony got this thing where they had a deal with Chase. Chase Bank had to come in and bail them out. There's this little secret-ass deal that happened. And on paper, I think they're very vague about the details, but it said something to the effect of the original owners of Ebony, they retain a majority stake in the deal, making it technically still black-owned. Then there's some other hedge fund or some other fund that came in or whatever. But understand this. Once people in the dominant society put their money in the game, they own the shit. And my man Boyce Watkins wrote an article about that. He was saying, look, they can talk all that majority stake bullshit all they want to. If Ebony puts out an article or writes an article that's a little bit too radical, don't think for a minute the suits at Chase won't come and shut that shit down. You understand? Let's be very clear. Don't think that the people from Chase and the people who put the money up to save Ebony, they won't come in and shut down an article that ain't supposed to be up. that money will dry up real fast. See, understand, don't let nobody run this game on you. I know they don't even pay the people. There was a whole thing where those ebony writers were mad because they weren't getting paid. But understand, the shit is white on. If they can come and shut your shit down, it's white on. It's just like some of these African nations. They'll say, well, that African nation, Kenya or Zambia, is a black-run nation. It's not really black-run because the people who control the banking and the financing and the economy are white. The white banks control that shit. When the white bank is in bed with your ass, they run the show. See, they everybody think they're fucking slick with all that. Yeah, we got the majority stake of the thing, so we real black owned. Fuck out of here. You black owned like Nigeria is black owned. You dig? And whenever they want to go in there and dig oil for Nigeria, from Nigeria, when the white people and the Chinese or whoever want to go into Nigeria and start digging up all that oil and mining for all those minerals, they can't do nothing. You got to sit up there and take that. You follow the damn money. Real talk, Ola. You follow the money. Don't let people run that con game on you. Follow the money. Whoever put that money up, hell yeah, they're still paying colonial taxes. So on paper, yeah, you run by black folks bullshit. Yeah, that's why my man Dame Dash said, you put your own money up. See, we got to understand how money works, family. We got to understand money and not be childish when it comes to handling business and putting up some money. Understand this. You know, this is another thing, too. There was a chick who hit me up, and I think she's from Haiti. And this is another thing, too, because a lot of us get that slave mentality, and this is not indicative of most people from Haiti. But this woman, we got to be very real. There's a lot of bed wenches coming out of Haiti. There's a lot who come over here. There's a lot of bed wenches over here from Haiti. That's a hard reality. And what happens is a lot of bed wenches come over here. They got white daddy sponsoring them. We got to be real. I mean, I didn't want to talk about that in the film because right now we're trying to uplift and, you know, be about progressiveness. And there's some sisters who are riders out there too, by the way. But what's up, A? But let's be real. Oh, let's be goddamn real. There's some bed wenches coming up out of fucking Haiti. You dig? And what happens is a lot of these bed wenches come over. Yeah, bed wenching everywhere. So I'm not just going to put it on them. There's bed wenches everywhere. But a lot of bed wenches come over here. They get like a little nonprofit or whatever, and they got, you know, white daddy funneling money through it. You dig? You dig? It's not big. No, it's not big though, but there are some that are prominent. There's some. You dig? And this one lady, she was like, how come y'all ain't gonna show the movie in Haiti? I'm like, well, you know, we're trying to find a venue. She's like, hit me up. We can find it. We can talk about it. And her whole tone was kind of hostile. So she said, follow me so we can talk on the DM. So I followed her and I'm like, hey, what's up? She was like, yeah, there's a venue here and we can show. She said, no, she's over here, I think. But she's like, yeah, there's a venue in Haiti called this. I don't know the name of it. And she asked me, well, do you guys have the film translated into Haitian Creole? And I replied back, I said, well, right now we don't have it translated because it's just not cost effective right now to translate it into Haitian Creole. And we just really gonna have a one-time showing because it costs a lot of money to not just money, but time to overdub and translate. And, you know, you got to get the transcript. So it takes a lot of time. And right now we're trying to recoup every goddamn thing. So I said, it's just not really cost effective right now to do the translation thing. And then she hit back with some old real hostile shit. She's like, hold on, I'm going to read exactly what she said. And this is a mentality that we got to get up off of. Hold on, I'm going to read exactly what this chick said. So she said, I have an idea to do 2 shows, one uptown for the Zuru ones and blah, blah, blah. She said, I got a contact at Cap Haitian. She said, I gather your documentary is over in English. It's only in English. what would it take to add French and Creole subtitles? Then I said, okay, well, I won't be able to add that now at the moment because it's time consuming and it's not that cost effective. Which is not. I mean, it's time consuming and it's not cost effective right now. Just to have a one-time showing. It costs thousands of dollars to do that, to make it sound good. So she was like, yeah. We know the movie is mostly about making money. Yeah, cost effective. We know that part. Haiti was never the issue at hand with all movie makers and others. If you cannot make sure it's shown here in one of our languages, then carry on with making of your cash. You are no different. You can unfollow now. Now, lady, if you're listening, you can kiss my black ass. You can kiss my ass, lady. And I went to her page and she's all hugged up with different white dudes. My thing, look. Because first of all, that shame, let me tell black people something. Shaming tactics don't work on me. And then she put our conversation, which was basically me giving her 2 sentences. She put it on her timeline like, okay. So you were just on some hostile shit from the go. Let me tell black folks something. None of that. You cannot money shame me. I want black folks to be very clear. I preach economic stability. I preach economic stability. So I'm going to make paper. Another thing, because black folks got, a lot of black folks, not all, black folks got this thing, once I put out a project and it's very successful, they try to make it seem like the topic I'm talking about is the thing that's successful. Like, it says the movie is all about making money. No. Haiti was never the issue at hand. It's all about making money. No. Nobody's making money off doing a movie about Haiti. 1804 is the only successful movie. Just like with Hidden Colors, niggas was trying to, a lot of fake hotep niggas were like, man, you are capitalizing off you profiting off the conscious community. The conscious community is profitable. No, it ain't. The conscious community is not profitable. You know what's profitable? My work ethic is profitable. That's why there's never been another movie like Hidden Colors or 1804. No, she wasn't even trolling. She was dead serious. Understand, it's my work ethic is profitable. I'm going to say that one more time so you can get it. My work ethic is profitable because I can get a topic and I'm going to make it profitable because I'm going to present it and produce something on it in a way that's going to translate and resonate to people. So I'm going to add a certain work ethic to it to make it profitable. You understand? That's why you see dudes, I've seen several Hidden Color knockoffs. I've seen several Hidden Color knockoffs and you've never heard of them. And I ain't talking about nobody in particular, by the way. Nobody, no shade, nothing, nobody. I've seen several Hidden Color knockoffs, but they've not been really profitable. Mine is profitable because I put a certain work ethic in the game. You understand? Oh, yeah, black folks got this shit where you want to count another motherfucker's paper. Understand this. And not that I give a fuck, by the trust me, I don't. You're not money shaming me. You goddamn right, it's going to make some money if I touch it because I put money into it. Understand, we put a gang of money in 1804. And the money that we got from Indiegogo, the little $200,000, that was spent last year. That $200,000, that was spent last year. Before the new year. Most of the money from 1804 came from my personal fucking pockets. Most of the money from 1804 came out of my damn pocket. You look at that damn movie and you can see there was a lot of fucking money, way more than some damn $200,000 went in that movie. Because we shot out here in LA, we had a set with hundreds of people on set. We shot this shit like a major film. That's why a motherfucker better not tell me shit about some shit that I done put my personal damn money into. You dig? I get real offended because usually when somebody wants to show a film somewhere, let me tell black folks how business works. If you want to show a film in your country or anywhere, Usually a promoter or distributor will hit you up. They pay for the rights of the film. It's their job to get it translated to their language. It's really their job to do that. That's how business works. That's how business works. I have other movies. I got a horror movie, The Eugenics. Now, we sold the international rights to that movie. I sold the rights to different countries. They give me a fee. They translate the film in their language. That's their job. That's how businesses run. Negro, we got this shit. Well, why don't you get it translated and you pay for it and then give it to us so we can make money off of it because we Haitian. And that's not how business works. No, it don't work like that. Oh man, you just in this for the money. That childish ass bullshit, that's gonna have to go. That childish bullshit is gonna have to go, family. We gotta start handling business like adults. All that whiny ass, I'm gonna shame you. Man, you just trying to make money. That shit is childish and corny at this point. Nobody's buying that bullshit. We got to have an economic base. If I fuck with something, it's gonna be some economics going on. You damn right, I'm gonna get some paper. We sitting around here, all this money that we can be making and building shit with, and niggas up here trying to co-sign brokenness. Fuck out of here. Co-signing, fuck that. We got to start handling business like grown-ass folks. Yeah. Yeah, we got to learn how to do business. We got this thing where we just refuse to learn how to do legitimate business. We come up with ways to just kind of, what it is, it's that slave mentality that when you see another black person who does something successful that you've been talking about doing, the slave mentality comes up and you hide your hate behind all types of other far-fetched, contrived grievances. You dig? Yeah, I would negotiate with Netflix. And look, Netflix, they know about Hidden Colors. If y'all want to see Hidden Colors on Netflix, hit them up because people really wanted to see the Hidden Colors series on Netflix. Hit Netflix up. Because it was in their system, they took it out. Again, some of this stuff is just a little bit, because the Hidden Colors series and all these films, it's 100% black controlled. There's a reason why Netflix tried to ignore the Hidden Colors series, but then they had that show 13 on Netflix, which got an Oscar nomination, and it had a whole bunch of people from Hidden Colors in that. And we talked about that stuff in Hidden Colors. We talked about the prison system. You dig? It was shot in the same style as Hidden Colors. You dig? But there was some white money behind that, so that's why they'll act like that's the best thing since sliced bread. It was good, but again, we've been there, done that. You dig? Time is money, absolutely. Time is definitely money. Time is definitely money. Speaking of movies, y'all keep saying y'all gotta holler at Netflix. Netflix, we tried. We submitted stuff to Netflix. Nothing. It ain't up to us. It's not up to us. If y'all want to see it on Netflix, hit Netflix up. We submitted stuff to Netflix. It's not up to us. Holler at them. You did? They had the Skip Gates thing on Netflix. That's that white money. But I saw today, speaking of movies, today, we went to see Tyler Perry's Boo 2. We saw Boo 2 today. Let me touch on this. And I took my mom, my daughter went, because my mom, she kind of likes all those Tyler Perry shows on OWN, So we went to see Boo 2. Now, Boo 1 was bad. Boo 1 wasn't good. But Boo 1 made $75 million. That was Tyler Perry's second biggest grossing film. All right? Listen, I want y'all to feel me. 13 was great. Yeah, 13 was great. But again, so Boo 1, there were a couple of laughs, but it was kind of bad. You say Boo was funny, Boo 1? No, there were a couple of laughs in Boo 1. I mean, they were real far in between. But it was, but it made $75 million. So now they made Boo 2. This thing was unbearably horrible. Unbearably horrible. I mean, just not funny. And the thing, it's already, Boo 2 has made $45 million already. And look, I like Tyler Perry. I've co-signed Tyler Perry. I like Tyler Perry's hustle. But there's something different about this movie. Something that I'm noticing now. Boo 2, horrible. I mean, cringeworthy horrible. Cringeworthy horrible. I mean, the acting was horrible. They had Tito Ortiz in there. He couldn't really act. I mean, the acting was horrible. The pacing was horrible. The jokes, you can tell they were improvising a lot of the dialogue. And then they had to dub out some of the cuss words they were using in order to maintain a PG-13 rating. The lighting was bad in many of the scenes. I mean, it was from a technical standpoint, from an acting standpoint, it was horrible. So I'm looking at this movie and I'm thinking, how the fuck did this movie make so much damn money? How are these horrible movies making so much money? I'm looking at it and I'm like, none of the jokes are funny. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, Tito Ortiz was in it. He was acting. It was horrible. Then I realized something. No, you think Boo 1 was horrible. Boo 2 was just garbage. Then I realized something. I'm watching the movie, and I'm thinking to myself, because I kept looking at all the technical glitches and just the lighting, I'm almost looking for like boom mics to come down. I'm like, this kind of reminds me of a Dolomite movie. I'm thinking, this kind of reminds me of those old Dolomite movies where the movie was so bad, it was entertaining. Then I realized that's exactly what the Boo movies have become. The Boo movies, the first Boo movie, it kind of crossed over because what Tyler Perry did, he got some YouTube personalities in the film, so it crossed over to a lot of white people. So white people watch these movies in order to hate watch it, meaning they watch it because it's so bad so they cannot laugh with the film, they're laughing at the film. You understand that? Just like the Dolomite movies. For those who are old enough, back in the 80s and 90s, they started putting Dolomite movies on DVD or videotape. And we would watch Dolomite movies not because of the acting, not because it had a great storyline. We watched it because it was so damn cheesy. The cheesiness was entertaining. And that's why a lot of white people started watching Dolomite, because it was so full of stereotypes. The acting was so bad. The technical parts were so bad. That made it interesting. So what Tyler Perry movies now, his My Dear movies are now the new Sharknado. People watch Sharknado because it's so bad, it's entertaining. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how in the fuck is this making so much money? That's why it's making, Black Dynamite is kind of good. Black Dynamite is good. That's totally different. Black Dynamite is very funny. This is something different. Because I'm looking at Boo 2 and I'm like, this is not for black audiences, because some of Tyler Perry's stuff, they got little jokes that black folks can kind of relate to, we can kind of get. And in many of his movies, we can kind of get some of the jokes. Some of this, the jokes, it wasn't no jokes that we could relate to. So I'm like, Tyler Perry is really pandering to a white audience now. And what he's doing is basically making his movies into Dolomite Sharknado movies. Now, I'm thinking he's doing that on purpose, because now I notice in Boo 2, the eyes were bucking a little bit harder in Boo 2. The eyes were really bucking. I'm looking at it and basically there was no real jokes in the movie. All the black characters are just walking around I mean, they're bucking their eyes. I mean, they were overly bucking the eyes in Boo 2. So I think on a conscious level that Tyler Perry knows he's low-key cooning. And I like Tyler Perry. I'm not trying to shit on Tyler Perry. I think he knows it's cooning now. I think it's a proactive cooning going on. It's like Amos and Andy. It's like those old Mantan Moreland movies. Because, Spike Lee has kind of called him out because of the cooning or whatever. But some of the stuff, some of the jokes are relatable. Because we can, okay, I get that. We can relate to some of the ratchetness. But this, it was just bucking of the eyes. Oh, my dear. My dear. Oh, Lord, my dear. It was that. It was a little bit too much of that. It was I'm looking at it. It was too much, just a little too many eyes bucking in the Boo 2 movie. I'm like, okay, this ain't for no black folks right here. There's no way. I'm like, who's entertained by this? There's no black folks cannot be entertained by this. Because there's nothing relatable to black people. So now he's basically crossed over to that white audience, and I mean, it's a money grab, but damn. It's a money grab to capitalize off the racial stereotypes that the white audiences have. You dig? Even like Mr. Brown, like some of that is, is soft shoe. A lot of it is soft shoe tap dancing, but some of it is a little funny. Some of it, you can kind of relate to the Chitlin Circuit bullshit that, but Boo 2, it didn't have that. This was like the Little Rascals, buckwheat, stepping fetching, just really eyes bucking and scared niggas running through the whole movie. It reminded me of those old horror movies, those Amos and Andy, Montan Moore. It was that type of thing. The eyes were bucking too much in this. So white audiences will look at this and they'll be entertained by this because it's so bad. They can look at it and be like, hey, look at them. Because white supremacists, they love to see movies with black people bucking their eyes. That's why those movies from the 1930s and 40s where black folks, oh, Lord, there's a ghost. Oh, there's a ghost, Lord, there's a ghost. Those movies were for white audiences. They love seeing Negroes bucking their eyes, running and scared. And that's what Boo 2 basically is. It's the new Dolomite movie. You dig? I mean, the jokes were horrible. You can tell they were improvising. I'm like, Tyler must know that you don't really have to rely on jokes to make this thing a success. If you just keep those eyes bucking, you'll be good. Because usually the Muddeer character has some funny shit, but this one, it didn't have nothing really funny from the character. Something that was relatable. There was nothing. You dig? Yeah, like those Ernest movies, exactly. So Tyler is basically riding the wave. He's like, well, I'm going to get it while the getting is good. He's basically like, I'm going to just get it while the getting is good. Now, is it worth it? Is it worth doing that? You dig? Look, because you can tell that with this, it's a money grab. You can tell there's no passion in it. This movie was a money grab. And I think Tyler made a conscious decision to say, fuck it, let me just get this damn money. This is a money grab. I'm not going to even write a real good script. I'm not going to even get a joke writer to give me some good jokes. I'm going to sit here and improvise this shit. I can sit here and just improvise most of the dialogue and I'm going to still get this paper as long as these eyes are bucking. You dig? So my man don't want to go that route. You don't want to go, I know it's a lot of money, but damn. At least, and I say this to timeless people, at least make your movies entertaining to your core audience. All that bucking of the eyes and all that, that's for the crossover audience. You got to have at least some good jokes. Yeah, it's on automatic right now. You did? I mean, he clearly doesn't care. You can tell when somebody puts a passion into something. You did? You got to at least try to be a little artistic. You dig? A little bit. Let me see who's on the phone. A lot of folks are calling. What's up? Who's calling? The phone line's acting up again. Hold on. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Who is this?
Hey, man, you talking to Jay, man. I'm from Kansas City.
Jay from Kansas City. What's on your mind, brother?
All right, there's two things I want to say, man. Well, the first thing I want to do is apologize because a while back I got on the phone with you, man, and I said, my stupid ass said I was infatuated with you, but I didn't mean nothing by it. It was just I was so anxious to talk to you, but as a man, I shouldn't say that to another man. You gave me that business, but I sit back and I was like, damn, I was wrong for what I said, man. I shouldn't say that to another man. I should have just said, hey, man, much positive respect to you.
I don't even remember, so it wasn't no big deal, brother. So I don't even remember it. So I was probably just clowning you. So it's all good. So what's on your mind, brother?
But the second thing is, they got a thing about LA on Netflix. It just came out today, or maybe yesterday. And I was wanting you to check it out. It was just about the racism that LA go through. And I did not realize how racist the cops really were until they interviewed them in 2017, back when they had the riots and the Rodney King thing. So if you get a chance to, I just wanted you to kind of check it out. Maybe you can look at it and talk about it, one day or in a few weeks or whatnot.
I'm gonna check that out today. As a matter of fact, that sounds interesting, man. I'm gonna look into that. What's the name of it?
Hold on. Let me just exit up out of here real quick.
No, it's cool. No, because I gotta keep up with the show. But I find it. So good looking out, brother. All right, chat room. Have y'all heard about this movie on Netflix? Dude, he called back. It was heavy on his heart. Hilarious. But hell, out here in LA a few days ago, the media got a hold of a police body cam. It was the first time in 2 years since body cams were implemented in LA that a body cam was shown publicly. They don't, in LA County, they don't release body cams publicly. They have the cops wearing body cams, but they don't let the shit get released publicly, which is pointless. But somehow in the media, they got a hold of a body cam. The first time they showed a body cam out here in LA on the news, and it was them planting drugs on a damn black man. There's a black man, they were planting drugs on him because the dude, the cop thought that his camera was off. They planted fucking drugs on the dude. This just happened. This just came out a couple of days ago. You dig? So they've not changed. They've always been like that. They've always planted dope on people. They've always been scandalous. They've always been liars. They've always been loaded with race soldiers. And this is why black folks, we got to stop fucking around, man. The 52-year-old man, 52-year-old brother planted cocaine on him. And, we got to understand what we are and what we're dealing with. And we got to get off the bullshit. Over in Poland this weekend, 60,000 white supremacists marched in the streets of Poland. 60,000 white supremacists marched talking about, we want European blood pure white blood, get rid of Jews and Muslims, talking basically get rid of non-whites. And the media, the global media, they're still making excuses for these white supremacists. They kept talking about it was a fascist march. See, we can't use those words, fascist. Poland, oh yeah, they had all those concentration camps out there. But it's 2017 and you have tens of thousands of white supremacists marching in the streets of Europe. You have thousands of them marching in the streets over here. All chanting the same shit. You see how white supremacy is global. And I put up some tweets today where I was calling out some of the white supremacists here for using Polish symbolisms to co-sign Nazi rhetoric. A few months ago, some of these alt-right people over here, I was calling them out on Twitter for they were using the old Polish flag, and I said, okay, what they got going on? Something is going on with these white supremacists in Poland. And I was calling them out for that shit. I put the tweets up back in July. I said, something is going on with these white supremacists in Poland. I study these fuckers every day. So when there's something going on, or they about to get something going on, I'm a few months ahead of their ass because I study their asses all the time. I'm like, what they doing? What do they got going on? They about to have something going on. And what's ironic, the Auschwitz Museum was hitting me up on Twitter back in February defending the damn white supremacists. Because I was calling out the white supremacists for using they were holding up the old Polish flag, which had symbolisms used by the Nazis. And then the Auschwitz Museum, that's supposed to be about people getting killed by the white supremacists, they were like, well, it's not, the old Polish flag ain't really about Nazism. Then I kept asking them, why did the Nazis take on the symbolisms then? Why did the Nazis take on that eagle symbolism? Why did they co-opt that? They would never answer that. They would never answer that. Yeah, the Poles were being killed. Yeah, these people, some of these people are being attacked by white supremacists and they're still in denial. That's what I'm saying, dude. Don't let nobody fool you with all these different names. It's all the same. See, black folks, this is why you call it what it is. These white supremacists are always trying to rename themselves and play word games, and it's all white supremacy. That's why they stay so mad at me, because I keep bringing it back. And they start talking about, well, we're not racist, we're alt-right. Okay, what's alt-right? Well, we're the alternative right. So what do you believe in? We believe in a European ethno-state. Oh, that's white supremacy. We believe, no, we're pro-Confederate. What you mean pro-Confederate? Well, we're about the Confederate flag and Southern heritage. Oh, white supremacy. Fuck you, Tariq. No, fuck me. Because the Confederacy was about white supremacy in their own words. I'm coming at you from a historian point of view. They don't like when black folks know history. When I start pointing out some of these symbolisms in these flags and who co-opted the shit, they want to start name calling and trolling. No, I don't get into that. I'm gonna hit you with history and facts. That's why they don't like the term white supremacy, because white supremacy, you put a label, you put a name on people. The other boy sleep? Come here, Wateo. I'm so damn sick with you. Me and my wife are sick with you. Look at my boy, Wateo. Hey, this is my little big boy. What's up, buddy? You gave him bath? Mm-hmm. Hey, you smell the Tariq help him? What's up, buddy? Did Tariq leave? Mm-hmm. Oh, she don't. What's up, Mateo? This is my... How old is Mateo? 13 months? No, 14 months? Mm-hmm. He's 14 months. Mateo is 14 months. It's Mateo Cress Nasheed. What's up, Mateo Cress? With the bangs, looking like your mom right here. Hey, say daddy. Daddy. Yeah!
Say mama.
Say mama. Say mommy.
No, mama. Say mama.
He like, fuck that. He likes dad. Where's Taria? Huh? Where's your
Looking
sister?
around.
I know. You looking for sisters?
Say, mama. Mama. Mama.
Man.
There you go.
But he looks like mommy. Yeah. All right. He's about to mess us up. All right. Go with mommy. Go with mom. Oh, go with mom. With your little jammies on. Oh, you gotta keep with mom, but I'll keep with you in a minute. Oh man.
Tired.
But I gotta teach Mateo Spanish. Hell no. Man. He's man. We want to see Peanut. Peanut's looking kind of rough right now. I don't know.
Leave me alone.
Lord, teach Mateo an African language. So where is he gonna use it?
We don't know that shit.
Yeah, where is he gonna use it? See, that's the thing. We got to get African people using African languages. We got to get all of us on that Swahili code, just like our brother Kaba Kabane said at Hidden Colors 1. We all need to learn Swahili. You dig? But shit, you go over there.
They speak Swahili in South Africa.
Yeah, in certain parts, yeah. Yeah, the Bruno Mars concert was great. We had a good time at Bruno Mars last night. It was a good concert. Bruno was getting it in. Bruno's getting it was a lot. Me and Peanut were the only black couple there. Peanut said she saw some light skinned couple. I didn't see them.
Oh, we didn't see everybody there.
Shit. We saw a gang of white faces, white, Asian, and Mexicans. You dig? We were and usually, what's funny, because, people could be like, well, the tickets were too high, whatever.
Because I can buy money on there.
But to be honest, you rarely see black couples, especially out here. You rarely see two black folks out kicking it. Especially two black folks in a fucking family, unless they're from Africa or some shit. You dig? But, I want you to notice that. It's very rare to see not only a black couple, but a black family who's American, an American black family. You know how rare that is? That's very, very rare.
Get down.
You did? Okay, take a minute. All right, you gotta go inside. You gotta be inside. Yeah, Deshaun. Yeah, Layla was there. I didn't see Layla there. Layla was at the concert. She texted me. She's like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm on the floor." She was like, "I'm on the balcony somewhere." But yeah, you don't see black couples, man. Let alone an entire black family. That shit is rare as hell. You dig? But we got to stay abreast and understand how these white supremacists operate. They're all on the same page. Y'all know that white identity extremist who shot up that church in Texas. Number one, reports came out that he was a fan of Dylan Roof. Reports came out based on witnesses who knew him. He idolized Dylan Roof, the white supremacist who shot up a black church. That was his inspiration. He thought Dylan Roof was cool. Also, because this is why we got to study shit. His name is Devin Kelly. I think that's his name. The white identity extremist who shot up that church. Shot up like 20-something people. Reports say when he shot up the church, he had on a skull mask. All right? Now, what does that mean? The skull mask is something that's worn by a white supremacist group called Adam Waffen. There's a white supremacist organization, a very violent group called Adam Waffen. And they wear those skull masks. They're a bunch of neo-Nazi white supremacist extremists. And they wear these masks. And this dude just happened to have on one of them fucking masks. All right? So they like to lone wolf these guys. This dude wasn't a lone wolf. Yeah, they always wear Under Armour and all that old shit. But he said, why do they kill other white people? Good question. Let me explain why. Why they kill other white people. What they want to do, they kill other white people. So they want to send a message. They have to send a message with other white people. They have to say, hey, listen, we're so serious about how we're going to get down with this war. We'll kill some of the people around us. We'll sacrifice some of our own if we feel like they ain't on the team like they should be. So they'll sacrifice some of their own to make an example. Let's go back to ancient China. There's an old story, I think about Sun Tzu, or one of those samurais, where they were trying to teach warfare to one of the emperors. They were going to teach warfare to one of the emperors. And they went to the emperors and they told the geisha girls they were going to teach them how to sword and how to fight. So this one warrior who was going to teach the emperor, the art of war, to teach the geisha girls how to fight. They went to one of the women, or they went to a group of the women, and one of the women, he was trying to teach her war, how to use a sword, and she started giggling. All right? Because this is something new to them. They didn't know nothing about swording, so she was kind of giggling. So he got that sword and chopped her fucking head off. He killed her. Then he turned around to the other ones. He said, okay, anybody else laughing? Because we mean business. And whoever's not going to be on this team, this is what's going to happen to you. We'll off your ass right here because we're going to go to war with the world out here. So if you don't have your shit together here, this is what's going to happen to you. What's up? I got my child here. Why are you wearing my shorts, sweetie?
The shorts are in the washer. $60.
No, 60. That's too much.
Yeah, I need money for gas.
You always need money for gas. Ask your mom. Okay, that's all I got. Here you go.
This?
Good work.
Thanks. Bye, love you.
All right, then. Be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't the case. And no. You got to understand how the white supremacist mindset is. The white supremacist mindset is we got to be down and we got to let people know how serious we are. And we got to make a major move. Yeah. Was it the concubines? It was one of them. I know I'm kind of paraphrasing the story. It was the emperor's concubines. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of great lessons in that book. A lot of great lessons in that. And also, speaking of that, when we do Hidden Colors 5, and don't hit me up, please, because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We're going to talk about how martial arts, Mantu art, started in Africa and it was brought over to Asia. We're going to go deep in that. But I digress. But the art of war was good, and that was some good lessons. The name of the game was, all of you better get the fuck on board now. You better get on board. If you think this is a joke, we will off you right where you stand. You dig? Now, a lot of communities do that. The white community, they do that. If you're not on point, you get off. We don't do that. Not like we should. We let coons sit up and run amok among us. We let the coons run amok. See, other societies, they don't play that game with coons and people who ain't on board, people who's going to be detrimental to the rest of society. So that was some art of war shit. People, the white supremacists, they really understand warfare. And with warfare, you have to understand you better get the troops in your community on board. And they will make an example. So these white supremacists are letting people in white society know, look, when we get on a warpath, if we need to, you better get on board. You better be on board or we will run you fucking down in a car. We'll catch you at a damn concert. We will catch you in church. You better get on board. You understand? That's sending a message. That is sending a message. So they have no problem sacrificing those in their own community. And another thing, and this is something that you got to understand, it's kind of hard for them to really target black people in large numbers. Because a lot of folks don't understand, black people, we rarely gather in large numbers anymore. We don't really gather in large numbers anymore. Because the thing is, when young black people do gather in places in large numbers, there's already a police presence. So whatever's going to happen, the white supremacist establishment is already on alert. So it's very hard to have an ambush attack when there's already a lot of black folks being monitored by the dominant society. And I'm talking about young black folks. You understand? Black churches, see, them attacking a black church is pointless. Just like Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof attacking that black church, that wasn't a win for white supremacy. It really wasn't. Because the thing is, that's why they didn't have a problem throwing Dylan Roof, throwing him under the bus. It wasn't a win because Dylan Roof mainly killed elderly black people. I want you to understand how white supremacy works. That's why they have no problem shitting on Dylan Roof. He killed elderly black people. Elderly black people were not really a threat. As a matter of fact, the white supremacists looked at it like, well, damn, a lot of elderly black people are kind of our allies. So damn, you killed the wrong group. Killing elderly black folks don't mean shit to the system of white supremacy. That's cowardly. No. It's the young black people who are the target because the young black people, they are the threat. These are the ones who can procreate and genetically wipe us out. Old black folks can't genetically wipe us out. I mean, they can't do anything. So that really wasn't a win for white supremacy at all. That shit was pointless. So them going up, shooting up a black church, that's pointless. All that's going to do is energize the younger people. Yeah, they know old black folks ain't gonna do shit but sing and beg for forgiveness anyway. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Young black folks are going to forgive and beg and pray and say, Lord, I knows you didn't mean it. So that's pointless to them. They know, they've submitted already. You're killing off a group of people that you can use. They look at that as a liability. You could use the old black folks. The old black folks are the ones who tell the young ones to come out, hey, Lord, don't you do it now. You better forgive him. So it's very rare to find black people in large numbers who are young. Young black people, it's very rare to find us in large numbers where we can be ambushed. Because number one, if there's a lot of young black people somewhere, number one, they're going to be monitored by law enforcement. The law enforcement are going to be out in heavy droves anyway. Also, a lot of young folks, we know we get around other people within our communities. We are strapped. So black folks are strapped. Like you go to the club, black folks be taking guns. They be having guns in the car, guns in the club. So even in the clubs, understand, the clubs are so heavily secured, you're not going to be able to ambush nobody in the club because, number one, they got 20 damn metal detectors. You understand? Now, they might try an HBCU or some shit like that, but again, they have security on those campuses. They already have security on those campuses because a lot of HBCUs are somewhere close by the hood anyway. So it's already a lot of security there. Places where black people are in large numbers and they're not secured and they're vulnerable, it's very rare. Y'all got to understand that. It's very rare where black people are somewhere in large numbers and we're not already being monitored or there's already security there. Very rare. There's always a large police presence around black groups. Even down in Inglewood last night, we went to Bruno Mars concert. There was mostly white people there. But because it was in Inglewood, which is a black area, the police were out there with rifles and shit. The police was out there with heavy artillery. You understand? So you just got to understand how the white supremacists work. Let me see who this is. Hold on. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? Okay. Yes. Yo, you here? All right. No answer. Man. But yeah, so that's the thing. Black folks really just don't congregate in large numbers. Young black people, we just don't. We just don't. Not in large numbers where we are not secured. You dig? Whereas white people, you know, like that concert in Vegas, shit. White people were wide open. You notice? I mean, hundreds of white people got shot before the police even showed up. They had black security guards out there saving people who worked at the damn casino. But they were wide open. You did? But the thing is, that's the thing. They don't know how to target us in large numbers. If we were somewhere unsecured in large numbers, they would plan some shit. They would plot some shit. Trust me, they would. They would hit up something in large. That's why every blue moon they'll try to spray paint an NAACP building or whatever. But there ain't nothing but a couple of people working in there, if that. You did? Even in these mega churches, a lot of these mega churches have a lot of security in them. These mega churches have security. Let's see, what's this? What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, Tariq. My name is Dana. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Hey, Dana,
I
how
just
are
wanted your opinion on something. My husband and I took our little boys to a birthday party last night. The couple is a mixed race couple. The guy is black. He's a close family friend, and his girlfriend is white. So the guests that were at the party are all 90% of the guests were mixed race couples. All of them were, black men with white women, no other black women there.
Wow.
And so we were met with a lot of hostile stares. And what I didn't understand about that was why we were met with the hostile stares, because I went to the same party last year, but I was by myself. I wasn't with my husband. So I assumed that the stares were because, I was a single black woman and the women felt threatened. But this year I was with my husband. So I was just wondering, what is your opinion on why did they feel, why did they feel threatened by us as a couple? Because we're all booed up. So what's the problem?
Well, the thing is, when you have dudes out here cooning, and not all the dudes who get in interracial relationships are coons, but a lot of them are, and a lot of these dudes feel like they're going to be judged. A lot of them feel like they know when black folks are in the room, we know when they're cooning. Because a lot of times what happens when you have black men and black women, when they get around white people, all of a sudden the eyes start bucking a little bit. All of a sudden, black people become the entertainment. You become the entertaining Negro. And when you have other real black folks, like a black couple in the room, knowing we see what the fuck you doing, they get uncomfortable. Because coons know that they're cooning, so they know other black folks can see through their bullshit. You understand?
Right.
So they feel like they're being judged, which in many cases they are, because we know, like, we thinking when they're in there talking and they got the white girlfriend and niggas in there, yeah, all lives matter. We looking at them like, look at this fucking coon ass nigga. So they know that they're being judged. You dig? And also,
right,
the white women they're with, they feel like they're being judged too. They feel like they're being judged to a certain degree because the white women, sometimes these dudes let them say little slick shit behind closed doors. So the white women are like, well, should I say nigger? Should I say something? You know, they don't know what, should they be comfortable with you? Are you a coon too? They don't know how to step to you and interact with you. They don't know if you're going to jump bad and check them. So there's always that uncomfortability thing there when you got to...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, because they looked uncomfortable. That makes sense.
Yeah.
We all, I mean, even my 15-year-old daughter, everybody looks uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
So that's true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, don't even trip on that. Don't even trip on that. You and your husband, you do your thing, and it's all good. Thank you for the call, dear.
Great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When coons and bedwenches come in there, and I saw a few bedwenches last night. I saw some, you know, and again, I'm not saying everybody's a damn bedwench if you're dating interracially. I'm not saying all people are dudes are coons. But sometimes I see dudes, brothers, y'all with these white women, and I hear the coon laugh. You're laughing 2 or 3 seconds too long. You get to laughing too long. You dig? And I saw a couple of white dudes with sisters, and it was all some shit where the dude, I saw one dude, old white dude with a sister who looked like she was in her 30s. He all rubbing on her ass all in public. It's always some old, and me and my wife, we were laughing at it. She was like, look. Because that's why they're uncomfortable, because they know that people like us, we see what it is. I wish Peanut was in here. I would have had her co-sign this last night. She's like, look over here. Look at this. And there's an old white dude, clearly her sugar daddy. He all rubbing this sister ass. She's looking like a plantation wench. She's rubbing her ass. I'm like, oh. And they don't do that with the white women. They ain't all rubbing the white women pussy and ass all in public. You dig? You know, there was always some, you know, they got to overly sexualize the sisters. You know, you rubbing her ass and pussy all in public and stuff. Okay. And she know, the bedwench know what she looked like with this old, decrepit white man rubbing her pussy and ass at a Bruno Mars concert. You dig? Yeah, she had an old trick. It was so obvious, but... Oh, yeah, they look at sisters as sexual objects, so they can do anything with you publicly. See, the thing is with the white women, the white supremacist males, at least they'll do the shit behind closed doors. They'll wait behind closed doors before they do all the degenerate shit. That's why so many white women are coming out against these dudes, raping them and fondling them and molesting them behind closed doors. With the sisters, they'll do the shit in public with you. They don't even wait behind closed doors. They'll finger fuck you all at the concert. They'll do anything to you. Yeah, and that's the thing. What they try to do, the bedwenches try to make it seem like brothers are jealous. When you look at them sideways, like, damn, sister, you letting the white dude put you out there like that? Oh, you just mad because I'm with a white man. That's that. No, I'm not. That's that ebony root bullshit. Black men are jealous because she can pull a white man. No, we're not. Trust me, we're not. Because y'all trash. You notice that whole ebony root, the griot, that whole black men are trash crowd. Notice you never see a cute sister sitting up here talking about black men are trash. You notice you never see that. You never see a cute sister talking about black men are trash. It's always some homely plantation-looking bedwench looking like a troglodyte talking about brothers are trash. And a white dude got you tied up in a dungeon pissing on your dumb ass. You dig? But yeah, they got that whole thing that we hate on them because we're somehow jealous that you can get an old, decrepit sugar daddy. Let me see what this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Flex? This is Coco Del out of Houston.